Just realized I don't have my ring light up. All that time. All that extra 10 minutes of setup time. Didn't set up the ring light. What's up, Tiberius? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, fish in the sea, birds flying in the sky. Welcome to the KotoKai Workbench number 161. Here it is, Thursday evening, yet again, and we are live streaming. I may or may not have some. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Lorenz? I may or may not have some extra people coming in to hang out with me tonight. We'll see. I am. Oh, what's up? Red 50079. What it is, what it is. Yeah, so I've got some stuff that I plan to work on this evening in regards to the DeLorean upgrades. I'm probably gonna throw in a hat because my hair's real stringy right now. All really, really good shit to hear, guys, right? I'll throw on the old sour diesel hat and hook up the ring light real quick. Good thing I have it handy. Highest quality live stream footage right here for you A's and all the rest of you too. All right. Oh, there you go. You want to be all washed out. Maybe washed up, not washed out. What's up, Michael Dawson? How you doing, man? Oh, what is good, everybody? Been a lot going on. I don't think that yeah, actually, last week was my birthday, and so I didn't have the shit done that I have done now. So I got some cool shit happening with the DeLorean, making a lot of progress on that. As you guys know, the Cerulean project kicked off here just a couple of days ago. So the events surrounding that, all the talks, all the conversations, the seminars, those are all going to be coming up very soon. So you can check in with Devin at the Cerulean project on Instagram, or you can check on the Facebook page. I know that all that stuff is going to be outlined, and there'll be some sort of schedule. I know that also there will be people out of time, man. That's right. Old Back to the Future. Yeah, there's going to be some cool talks and stuff like that. So tune in. It's always a good thing this year. I'm working on my project, which means I got to get my ass in gear because there's only 2 months left to finish it up. For those of you that don't know, let's see if I can get it to come over here without any of the parts falling off of it. Ta-da! It's the Spartan. So I'll be doing this master grade Spartan conversion. It's the Simpro conversion for the MG Gym 2 Sniper 2. Works out really, really well. It's basically kind of a plug and play kit. If you guys aren't familiar with it, those of you out in the audience right now, I'm sure that you are probably familiar with it, but anybody that watches this in the future, they may not know. June over at Simpro makes some really, really cool resin kits. I don't know that these are available anymore. You can find one. They're really spanky. It's beautifully detailed. As you can see, I've got some tape holding the thighs together and stuff like that. Today, I ordered rare earth metal magnets, varying sizes, like 3 different sizes. They should be here by the end of the weekend, so that I can start to magnetize all of the different parts of this that want to just kind of like shoot off. Should help out quite a bit. I've used magnets before, mostly for things like basing and to help kind of keep things in place. I've never really done the whole. Sorry, I'm really sticking with this model. I've never done the whole like just armor attachment with magnets. I've done like Lego. I've done lots of different things. Yeah, exactly. The new head and the backpack design on this are they're super super nice. It does change the proportions on the model. This kit does change the proportions on the model a little bit, makes it a little bit taller. I've got a dingo right here. I'd hold them both up together, but you wouldn't really be able to tell because that's just the magic of television. But yeah, so I'm going to be using those magnets, and I'll probably start that next week. So we'll have some stuff to talk about that next Thursday when we have this episode again, or obviously 162. So that should be cool. I'm looking forward to that. I love trying new stuff and trying different things out. And I may even be able to use some of this with the DeLorean. So that's also cool. I have not made the body chrome yet, or well, not really chrome. I'm going to use the Moto iron armor color. T024 lacquer. Ta-da! Look at that. It is really, really awesome. It has like this wonderful sheen to it. It will work really, really well for that stainless steel brushed stainless steel look on the body, which is super duper cool. Um, I did. It is dirty as hell. Um, living by the shore, baby. Lots of sand, lots of dust. It's good to have recycled makeup brushes. There we go. Ta-da! Ooh, look at how nice it looks. As you can see, it has a brushed texture. I did that on purpose. Obviously, it comes in this kind of like pearlized. I think I still have a couple runners here. This pearlized kind of. I'll show you. Like this kind of gray, right? See that? It's got the pore join inside. There's no little raised seam there. That's just where the two like opalescent silver parts merge and make that like that line that you'll get on some metallic colored plastic parts. So the whole thing came like that and just looked like shit. So I knew I was gonna have to paint it anyways. After scrubbing all the lines down, I went through and I actually sanded that linear grain into the surface using several different grades of sandpaper to give it that same brush down like I would do all those years I spent as a metal worker. So using kind of like both the skill over onto this side. And then the way that I get that to translate without really fucking up the plastic is I do that into the primer. So yeah, I did sand it the same grain just to kind of give it a start. Plus, you want to give it some tooth for the primer to tie into. But as soon as you have that nice layer of primer on there, get that brush out, brush that shit down, prime it again, clean all that stuff up, brush it all down, clean up all your checks. I had a couple of checks in it. The checks are gone now. My miscues from my scribe, super common to happen for everyone, but those are all checked out now. Everything's good to go. Just have to paint it. I was working on the. Oh wait, let me check out this. Hold up, Michael Dawson. I was working on my Gelgoo 2.0, but trying to add my own kind of details, and it went south. Well, that's okay. That's actually to be expected. And the best part about that is you can, well, if it's a scribe line, you can always fill it. You can fill it with anything as simple as super glue if you want to. You want to be careful that you don't add too much super glue because once you have to try to sand all that extra, kind of sucks. But you can fill it with putty, you can fill it with super glue, stuff like that to kind of get rid of those scribe lines, to clean up any of your checks, or you can fill it with paint. It's kind of like harder to get to last and look right because sometimes that paint will eventually cure and leave a little bit of a sink in that. But yeah, I mean, just do your best to clean it up, bud. I know you're talented, so just take your time and start over. I have faith. Loren says, I love that new head. Oh, yeah, I saw that before. And Jeffy's like, nice, great. So cool. So, yeah, I was working on the interior of the DeLorean. If you follow my Instagram page, you probably saw the pictures that I posted of the work that I did on the it's the time circuits control switch. Wait, times. It's a fucking long ass name. Everything on this machine is a long name. We'll go to the Bible. Because it's always good to have reference, even if it's a fictional thing. It is called the Time Circuit Switch Console. Sorry. This freaking thing. So luckily I have this gigantic blown up image of it. And the component that they gave is just this little teeny ass thing. So it's like it has the little switch and the loop, and then that's a whole nother ball of wax too, which we'll talk about in half a second. But I went ahead and I pulled it all apart and I scratch built a bunch of shit on it. I'm actually going to switch my camera over to the other camera really quick to talk about it. All right, there we go. So what I came up with, and you'll see a little bit of the part that they initially gave because I'll be pointing it out with these here tweezers. But this is the thing. This is where I got to. There we go, so I can see everything. All right. Now I'm not looking at my camera, or yeah, I'm not looking at my screen. So will it focus on it? Sort of. Come on, buddy. Anyway, So this guy right here, this little grayish section here, and this black bit on top, that is literally all that remains of what. There we go. Of what they gave me. It had three teeny tiny little knobs on top. Oh come on, baby, you were just focused for half a second. Um. Oh wait, maybe if I do this. This is always the fun part. Michael Dawson says I ended up destroying the whole vent cover and the arm trying to fix what I did. Then the way to fix it was to scratch build something new. Well, I guess necessity is a mother. It's always trial and error. Just like me and my camera right now. Well, you all saw it for half a second. It looked really nice. Maybe if I get more light on it. There it is. Okay. Ooh. So that little box, that little grayish black box that they gave me was too small. So it was too short, and it was too short in two directions. There it is. Okay. You can see on this side I added like a toggle switch and some little other flipper switches. They're just kind of little pieces of .02 and 0.025 rod that were just cut and glued on the end. I made those little buttons out of different, elements sandwiching together, sleeving inside each other, and rounding things off. This little doodad on the back, which is actually, let's get out the book again. It's called that's the Claire Electroseal Constant Power Supply. There you go. How's that for a fucking what the fuck is that? All right. So that thing is there you go, is this right here. And it has like a housing which is made out of like gold uh powder coated aluminum, probably aluminum fixtures, and it has like a couple of like on this side over here there's a bunch of contact points to put in wires, and then there's another loop over here and a couple of switches. But anyways, this thing right here is supposed to be expanded mesh. And so what I did was, there you go, you can see it better there. I used a piece of my thermoplastic fibra that you guys have seen me use in the past for making cloth and other things like that. I used a sheet of that stuff, or a small piece of it. Here we go. About this big. Oh, got some new skateboard wheels, Cloud Ride skateboard wheels. Is a piece like this, and all I did was I took. Let's see if I have the exact. This is the exact tool. So this is the exact knurling tool that I use with knurling. Knurling is the grip pattern that is embossed into the surface of the tool. It does not want to focus for the life of me. There you go. There you go. So that makes, all of the diamond points down. And I heated this up with a lighter and then I just rolled it over the surface. That's why it has like the crud on there. Some of it's burned, this is like too hot and it melted like holy cow over here. It melted like crazy. So, but I eventually got some stuff that was usable that's just like this, which looks like diamond plate or expanded mesh. So I'll be painting that black and then probably doing like a light highlight in those little crevices to make it look like, you can just see the expanded mesh and then you can't really see what's below it. It might look a little funky. As you can see, it's not flat like it was in the Instagram post. It's now kind of ramped up a little bit, and then that power box looks like kind of looks like the Sandcrawler from the Jawas. Reason being, the interior of the stock DeLorean um, does not have enough space for the entirety of the little part that goes in there. This is actually a little bit narrow in here, so I made it fit. It fits down in there. It'll fit down in there nicely. There was a console component here, like a lid, basically a hatch. There's a little latch for it right there. But this was raised up, and I sanded that down or filed that one down with my some of my smaller files. Not the tiny little like needle files, but like this size of file, slightly larger needle files being like this size. So it's good to have lots of different sized files. You can get big files too, like those, and then even bigger ones. But it doesn't matter. We're not talking about files right now. We're talking about Back to the Future, baby. But yeah, so I had to do some modifying to this to make it fit in that, and I drilled a little hole in the bottom so that I can put this skewer, or this actually it's a stick, old incense stick. But yeah, this fits in there, right there. Pretty straightforward. And then there's enough room. This is the mating or marrying component here. This sits on top of this like that, and then right where these two little holes are, right here, no, right here in the center, these two little holes, that's where the flux capacitor goes, and the flux capacitor sits perfectly above the power box on the time switch. So that's pretty cool. It all fits. It's all going to fit really well. But tonight, one more thing. One more thing. All right. The other component to this little guy right here, which I mean, how tiny that freaking thing is, you know, um, is this little clear component that is the actual plunger switch that goes on it. This thing had a mold line all the way around the midsection. You can kind of see the distortion right there where I cleaned it up. So it went all the way around both sides, and then on the inside, on the center, there was an ejector pin mark. On the inside, inside of this shit, in there, there was an ejector pin mark. Oh my god. Pain in my assholes. So, what I did, pulled out the old D550 rotary and the smallest round bit that I had, and I just carved it out very gently. Carved the interior out of this component because you still have to be able to see through it. So I carved it out, and then I meticulously polished it for about 35 minutes with a variety of like stripped down cotton buds and my McGuire's automotive polish, and I got it to be pretty. It's pretty shiny. I'm gonna do more polish to it because it isn't quite perfect, but I want to see what the front of this and the back of this gets painted, and the only thing that's really visible is through this central component here. So we're gonna polish more of that, and hopefully I can get, maybe I'll buy a new bud because all my regular buds, like I have regular discs and stuff for doing like automotive shit, and then like obviously there's some brass brushes and some cutting wheels and stuff like that. But for where's the rest of that crap? Has it down here? Here you go. All I have is like these guys. They're way, way, way too big. And then when you strip it down to the size that you need it to be, it's nothing. It's just the inner. There's like a rosin core to these things, so that they don't just blow up on you. Otherwise, if it was just all tightly woven cotton, it would just explode on you. So yeah, there's a bunch of crap that goes into that. Anyhow, it's getting there. We're gonna get there. That's a little bit. That was kind of a fun thing to find out too. Awesome. So I have got to turn this fan up. It's warm in here. All right. Cool. So this is going back on the platform. Oh, here we go. I was working on this a little bit too. On the dashboard. Hopefully that's not too loud. If you guys can hear that fan, let me know and I'll turn it down. There's the flap that goes over the top of the dash. I had to add another layer of very, very thin styrene to the top of that, and then build out the side. Because when I was carving through to match the reveal on it, I just blew through the side. So I had to went ahead and backed up the inside with a couple pieces of styrene, added a layer to the outside. Woo! Added a layer to the outside again, and then clean that up. So now we'll give that a prime, and hopefully it looks happy. But that should be all right. I think it's gonna be okay. My wife just got home from work. Welcome home. Hello. Hi. I'm glad you survived the day. I'm talking with everybody about the DeLorean. So you should eat something. Yeah, I know. Well, you worked weird hours. Okay. That sounds like a fantastic idea. Okay, so today, what I'm going to be doing is dealing with this detail right here. This little thing right here is what they lovingly call the Christmas tree. It is a series of LED lights that all light up, and they just call it the Christmas tree. For some reason, it's just part of the thing. But these two little nubbins right here are actually supposed to be tubes, like what do I want to say, piping, like a 90-degree elbow, comes out and goes down, feed into a square box that also has a fire extinguisher on it. And I just so happen to have in my stash of tank parts a freaking fire extinguisher that's about the right size for what I need it for. So let's reference the book. What's up, Julius? How you doing, man? Julius Dembski says hi, hon. Okay, here we go. I have all these things bookmarked, but none of them are labeled. So here we go. Perfect. This is exactly what we're talking about. So, other cabin controls. It's part of the atmosphere and fire suppression. So you can see right here, you got two elbows. They've got flanges on them, right? And then you've got this box, and then you've got the fire extinguisher right here. That nozzle point over this way or whatever. It's got like some dumb regulator. That's easy to build. Don't worry about that. I'm not worried about that. And so yeah, mine has two bands on it. I need to put a third band. Big whoop. So what I'm going to try and do tonight, we're going to build this box. We're going to figure out this little integration to that. We're going to build this little doodad. We're going to get these guys fucking hooked up. And we're going to see about potentially adding this hosiery and trying to figure out what I can do about this. I might need to buy some stuff, some supplies, because that is a weird, it's like a flat. You can see it I can see it in the image, but you probably can't see it because the translation is crap. Well, here you go. And that's the Christmas tree. This is what I was talking about right here. That's the Christmas tree. But yeah, so on one here, that's the photo of the actual car inside the actual prop. So there is that thin fire extinguisher, those elbows coming down. It's a real shiny box. It's just made out of aluminum. Yeah, and then there's these other contact switches. It almost looks like up here. Hard to see because that's not included either. So maybe we'll put those in. It's hard to tell because as you can see right here is the back of the seat, and then that shit's all gonna be kind of hard to see. So that's the plan, man, and woman, and whoever's out there in the audience, all y'all, fishes, birds. Crack open this Barks Zero Sugar Root Beer. Delicious. That's fantastic. Let's see. Jeff says, "Hey Brian, you should know this. Good source for EVA foam and varying thickness and densities. I wanted laser cut sanding blocks for a special project." So I always bought my EVA foam in rolls on the internet. Your laser cutting only seems to have thin and squishy at the Amazon. I can't remember I don't think I ordered mine on Amazon. I think I ordered it on eBay. Let me find out. To the internet. Sheets. Oh, you can go to doo-doo. Oh, Uline, if you want to order it from some really crazy right-wing people. They do sell, a lot of shit. Apparently Michaels. No, Michaels. TNT. What's your thickness, my friend? Tell me what your thickness is. TNT has it. Uline is right. Yeah, they are. If you ever read the back of their magazine, it's crazy. They're pretty wild. But yeah, TNT is pretty good. They have 12 mil. I suppose that's not super huge, but yeah, there you go. TNT cosplay supply. TNT cosplay supply. You can get it in a bunch of different colors too. Well, I mean, you can get it in white or black. That is. But yeah, that was pretty straightforward, and I know a lot of people use them too. I'm not sure. My buddy Steve, well, sort of, he's an acquaintance. We don't talk much anymore because I don't do the props as much as I used to. I guess watch my Instagram stuff. I was posting about that today. But yeah, Steve has his own foam too. What is his company name? Wow. Steve, well, his name is Stephen K. Smith, but or the gram to the Instagram, so it'll tell me. At least I thought that was his name. I could be wrong. Maybe it's in here on the Facebook, and I don't have him on the Instagram anymore. Search. Oh, maybe that's not his name. That's the problem with knowing too fucking many people, having all these different things, is that sometimes it all goes doot and dribbles out your brain, and you don't remember anymore. Oh, crap. Well, I would try and pass on the. I would try and pass it on if I could, but I can't. So yeah, go through TNT is probably your best bet. Cool. Yeah, I have a whole roll of stuff because I was gonna do the Berserk Guts Age of the King, the initial armor that he wears. Thought about doing that, back in the day when I was making all that stuff. Now I just have a roll of foam and I didn't do anything with it. There's always a future, I suppose, right? Cool. All right, so back to making stuff. Making stuff. I should put on some of this cool music that they give me to put on, right? It's gonna be terrible. Is this the one I used to roll? There we go. Okay, so let's see. First thing I need to do is figure out the spacing. So I broke a ruler a long time ago, and then I salvaged parts of it. So this little motherfucker is handy as it all get out. I use this for all sorts of measuring, and it's good for seeing through stuff. And obviously, it's real beat up. So it's mostly accurate. It's really okay for doing this kind of stuff. I think what I probably will do. I have these Stabilo pencils. They write on everything. I use these for marking on my models. There's two different colors. I've got white, red, and black. And then there's one that's graphite. It does not want to focus. It fucking does not. Gimme. There you go. They're water soluble. So you can just draw on your model wherever you're trying to work, and then you can just wash it off. Doesn't hurt nothing. So I want to eyeball the shit out of this. Well, that looks pretty. Or to hold these two pieces together. Alright, that's not bad. Right. Yeah, that'll do. As you can see, put two little white marks there, nice and fucking easy. The fire extinguisher should be the same length as the box. That makes it easy for me to figure out how much material I need to make that box. Fire extinguisher is, I'll be generous, we'll say 5/8. So we can go 5/8. Up here. 5/8 of an inch, easy peasy. Gonna take out our, wherever the hell I put it. Here it is. All right. Get to the chopper. Gonna need that. I actually don't need it just yet. I got a better butt ton of styrene sheet. I love like finding like, oh, what did I make there? What did I need a big round piece for? I don't know. These are winged components for a figure I'm working on. Helmet wings. All right, so I will need this, but I need to make more measurements first. And of course, we got to do a drawing because how the fuck are you supposed to know what you're making if you don't know what you're doing? So I keep a whole bunch of these note cards. They're really handy because they got a blank side for sketching on and they got a note side for noting on. So you're just gonna go ahead and draw us a box. And our box is going to be 5/8 inches this direction. And then how tall is it going to be though? So what is this direction right here? And then what is this direction right here? So let's see. Now I'm going to use, this is a piece of, I salvaged this. I think this was something, I think I was trying to make a roof rack for something. I can't remember exactly what I was doing this for. Clearly it has brass pins in it because I was trying to pin it to something. But I don't know what. So it was in the spares. So I cut part of it off. Look, I cut that off the side. That's going to give me my beautiful curves. Look at those lovely things. Just gonna make some cool flanges for those. That'll be fun. That'll be like some fun drawing, cutting by hand. So these guys are, get out another measuring tool. The old dial caliper. You can take the guy out of the metal shop, but you can't take the metal shop out of the guy. We are 132. Anybody in the audience know what 132 is? Just a little bit over 1/8 of an inch. That's okay. That's all I need to know. What the fuck did I just walk into? Says Chris Collins. All right. Must have been walking into here, me and Carl talking. Being TNT doesn't ship to Canada. All right, back to the internet. What do we got? I got you, Jeff. What about Arda Wigs Canada? It's a North American distributor of Lumen's Workshop. They got Form Light EVA foam and Hard Light EVA foam. They got Econo EVA foam. They got that shit up to 10 mils, exactly like what you want. Several different varieties, it looks like, as well, my friend. So you're gonna get a better. You're probably gonna get a better option. Ooh, and they have like seconds, so you can do some as is shit for practice. Nice, Jeffrey. This is what I'm talking about. So, ARDA Wigs Canada. Nice. Cool. I'm glad you found a few more. Oh yeah, Red 5, absolutely. Of course, I've got a huge collection. I've been a maker and a builder of stuff my whole life, so I've got like just a whole shitload of tools. I have a little shed shop in the backyard that I'm working on building out so that I can do larger projects, and get back into doing more resin casting and mold making and stuff like that, like I used to do. In fact, I have a project for old Sarge there, Julius Dembski, that it's been a long time coming that I need to get done. Pretty fantastic, and it looks like I know it's gonna be a lot of fun. So time is wasted. All right, so what I think is gonna end up happening with this is that this thing, as you can see, is like got that weird angle. This is gonna sit probably pretty straight up from it. So I'm gonna have to take that into account for the size of this box and all that jazz. Nice. Order placed. Fantastic. Yeah, those guys look really good. They had some good shit. Arda. So what I think I'm gonna end up doing is that this box isn't actually gonna be square. It will be a rhomboid. And then eraser. Got a whole drawer full of erasers. I want to use a vinyl eraser. And what'll happen is red pencil. This is the back of the body. This is the upper component here. This is kind of how the body pan runs. Green. This is going to be our box here. Pencil. And these components that come out will be tight with the curve being almost completely removed, but it'll still be there, and they'll have a little flange on it. And then, do I have a different color pencil? How about an orange pen? I like an orange pen. I use orange pen. And then this right here will be the fire extinguisher. So we've got to do the rhomboid box. Got to change up the fire extinguisher a little bit. Got to make these cool guys with their flanges, and the flanges are kind of interesting. They look kind of like, looks like they're almost like speed rail flanges. That's where the tube comes out of it. Right. So it kind of looks like it'll be kind of like that. So it'll be like I'll make two little patterns, essentially just like that, that I'll cut out of I don't know, what is this shit, half mil? Looks like half mil. Cut out of some half mil, maybe it's a mil. It might be 1 mil or 3/4. We'll cut it out of something probably a little bit thinner than this. I've got a few different grades. And then we'll put those in as the flanges. That's gonna be cool. All right, great. So on to the rest of the measurements for the box. We're looking at it's 5 inches long. I guess the position is moot. The depth, the height. That is a weird one. That's an obtuse angle. It's actually wider. Actually more like this. Heading this way. Than it was like. Okay, that's fine. Easiest way to figure out that angle is to just trace it. Okay. And from here, we're going to want to go this big, roughly. So that's basically our sidewall, is my guess. And that is 3/8, 5/16. 5/16 deep and 1/4 tall. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. 5/16s. And then got on the outboard side. Here. This is 1/4. Cool. Okay. This is just that weird angle. Like so wide. Bizarre. Yeah. Weird. Anyway. Cool. That's easy enough. We'll make this I'm not gonna make it inside, I'll make those on the outside. That'll make my life a lot easier. So, a dirty piece of styrene. You can see I was a compass cutting a circle that went awry out of that. So, now, if you guys don't have one of these, you probably will one day. I find it quite handy. One of these. It's got a lot of stuff in it. Bunch of offcuts. Save all your offcuts because you never know when you're gonna need. It's like a whole bag of fake piston parts that are just like can be put together to make fake pistons if you want to, like already pre-made parts. So handy shit to keep around. That's too big. This is the air breather out of a bag of coffee. There's actually, like, if you take it apart, there's some really interesting looking components inside of that. Really weird, eh? See, this is trash. This stuff won't. This is from a plumbing fixture. This won't even stick to anything. Garbage. Tons of garbage. Extra, just cured epoxy putty. You can carve it into stuff. Hose fittings and things. Anyhow, let's see. I'm looking for a piece. This is some thin. This is some real thin styrene, like paper thin styrene. All right. Let's see what we got. What's up, Doku? How you doing, kiddo? It's good to have lots of styrene. You can get it in bulk on Amazon. Just buy it. If you got extra money, just buy it. You're always gonna need it. Let's see, this is once again that super thin shit. So it's almost so thin you can see through it. Yeah, it's also real thin. Hold up. Aha! This is what I want. Is it though? Maybe I should make it thicker. This might be wobbly too much. Yeah, son of a gun. Alright, we're gonna make it thicker. And I'm gonna make it out of white styrene because it'll be easier to see. slightly thicker. You can see it, just a hair, quarter of a mil or something like that. All right, so our handy styrene cutter made by the Tamiya Corporation. Everyone's favorite scrubber too. It's fantastic for cutting styrene sheets the shape you want. Where are you? I need to steal that. Go ahead. Forsaken me. Looks that way. Hey, this will work. Okay. Quarter of an inch tall. Bob's your uncle. Floor is your aunt. The idea is to pull light. As you can see, it cuts a whole ass gouge out of that thing. Like, whole ass, all of it. All the A's. Cut that off. But, there you go. Now, I really like to use Tropical Shine sanding sticks that you get from Sally's Beauty Supply. They're really nice. What am I working on today, Doug? We're working on the DeLorean right now. This is the specific thing is, I believe it's the interior cabin climate controls. Yeah, there you go. The atmosphere and fire suppression. So we're working on this component right here. It goes inside the back of the to the back of the DeLorean. Because even though you might not only be able to see it, but from a little angle, I will know that it's there. And I already blew the deadline on this project, so I might as well make it what I want. If I can't build along with this, with the rest of the boys and girls. Hey, and from also Sally's Beauty Supply. Fantastic, Chris Collins. All right, let's see how well I did. Is it a quarter of an inch? What fear lurks in the hearts of men? The caliber knows. The caliber knows. Oh, we're a little over. There you go. Almost there. Just a hair under. I won't tell if you guys don't tell. Nope, no boys today, just me. Paul's having internet problems down in Florida, and I'm sure that Chris is doing family stuff, and Julio is doing Julio stuff. I don't really can quite tell what Kyle is going to be doing, but I'm sure he's doing something in a Kile manner. So that doing that scribe style, you can see there, it leaves like a dirty edge, right? It's like a burr on there. I just take file, and I always hold my shit like this. I don't know why, but I always have files or whatever, because it helps me keep things straight, I guess. And I just sand that stuff off the edge. Ready for the next use. All right, so you got this guy. It's now a quarter of an inch tall. We can get out the chopper. can figure out that it is 3/4 of a steenth. So it's going to be 1.5 steenths. So I have to make a subtraction from my 5/8 back to 9/16. Or actually, it's not 9/16. It's 8.5 steenths. Another great thing about this little clear ruler section, it allows me to set up my chopper pretty straightforward because I can see right where the blade is going to hit on any of the lines, and it doesn't like get in the freaking way. All right, so we're just going to chop this off. This should be the front component, and it should. It's kind of double sharp. Change it. Should be, yeah, about 8.5 steenths. And a steenth is a 16th for those of you that don't know what that is. Yes, the chopper. Yes, the chopper too. They're good. I have one that I'm still need to send. I'm such a slack ass. I have a compatriot over in the Philippines. I need to send him quite the care package. I've been building up. It's been a long time coming around. I just haven't done it yet. I suck. Man, root beer is good. All right. So, got the front. The sides are how deep? 5 steenths. So, I'm going to reset the old chip chop. Chippity. There we go. 5 steenths. One thing I didn't take into consideration when I was figuring out my measurements was the size of the fire extinguisher. Fuck. Fuck it. Open. That's not so bad. It's there. That's fine. That's gonna be fine. Didn't fuck shit up. It was not a fuck shit stack. Contrary to popular opinion, it was not, in fact, a fuck shit stack. Alright, so now I need to make the top. And the top is a different piece because it is 5/16 by 8.5 steenths. Excuse me. Well, I guess I'll cut another piece off of this. Using old trusty Dusty. And we gotta go 5 steenths. Should produce a hair over. Last time I ended up a hair under. I mean, oh, don't fuck up. It's the name of the game. Don't fuck up. Actually, it doesn't matter. Just cut another piece. Talking about a 5/16 inch strip of fucking love here. Snap and break. Clean up for the next round. All right. That's Best place to buy small earth magnets. I went on Amazon. Impossible. Yeah. Oh, you want to avoid Amazon? Yeah, I bought mine on Amazon. Sorry, Mikey Dawson. And I got 3mm by 1mm. I got 3mm by 1mm, 5mm by 1mm, and 3mm by 2mm. And they were not expensive. But you can get that kind of same deal anywhere. I would just fucking use the Google machine. Make sure you don't buy them from Games Workshop. They'll charge you an arm and a leg. I got my components. Spec. Project. Bench. Everything in its right place. That way you'll know where it is when you're looking for it. All right. Cool. Didn't really do a whole lot here, but I feel better about myself. It's all that really matters. Go. The other side. Looks pretty good. She's kind of big. Hey, Julio. What's going on with you, buddy? Come and join the fucking live stream and have a little chit chat about your projects, etc. We're at 343. That's close. It's a little over. That's what I said, though. I was going to be a little over. Mr. Chris Collins, did you go to Nats? Awesome. Michael Dawson says, thanks. Found what I need. Fantastic. Oh. I should have made this one slightly smaller. Okay. Let's see. Or this one. This shouldn't have been 5/16. This one should have been. Well, I can just make it hang long in the back, I guess. That's what I'll do. It'll hang long in the back. Business in the front. Party in the back. Gonna get me a little piece of copper. Come here, copper. Come here, you son of a gun. Perfect. This is gonna help me while I am. Is copper or is this bronze? That's copper. Get this fucking guy out of the way here. We're not gonna be building on top of the shopper. Not on the shopper. We're gonna be using this. Get the copper. Get to the Capicola. Get to the Boca Capa, you know what I'm saying? Fucking hell. Alright, I'm gonna start these two robots are. Oh, here's another project I have on the bench. I am repainting this cardinal. I just did the whole cleanup on it, and then black based it so that I can add my highlights and start to get into doing some red tones on it. But this little thing came out of the shrine we have for my mother-in-law in the backyard. It had gotten manhandled by a skunk or a groundhog or something. One of the wings had broken off, so I fixed the wing, which obviously you can't tell. And yeah, we're gonna be. We can kind of see right there. There's a little bit of a seam right there. You can sort of see. But yeah, so I'm gonna fix that up. It's gonna make it real nice. Looking forward to that. Love me doing some wildlife painting for a change. All right. Ta-da. Just like a mystery. I don't have a 90 block, so I'm going to use something else. I don't know what it is yet. That's my story. Instinct says try and use this. I feel like it's not sharp enough. It'll work. All right. Well, that's setting. Well, it's upsetting. I'm gonna be making these guys so you can't even see, because that's the power of cheese. I'm making these guys. Yeah, I know. All right. Well, easiest way to do that. Mark that. Okay. The Force Mecha Leads, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for the like. Appreciate it much. Hope you have a great sleep, man. Let's see what Michael Dawson says here. He says, I need to step up my pinning game on my conversion kits and magnets. Make it so much easier. You're correct. Same reason I ordered a big old pile of them today. You missed that in the earlier part of the show. I was talking about it because of the Cerulean project and my wanting this armor to work out well. There we go. Now all I have to do, because I'm a heathen, I'm going to use my fucking nippers and cut that shit. Ta-da! Just gotta cut those lines. And the one. And the two. There it is. My little part looks exactly like the drawing. Pretty much. It's a little bit shallow. It's okay. I would rather it was slightly shallow than over. So you can't have to make a whole new piece. There you go. And the one. Snip is right. Sharp enough again. That's okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's good. I think that'll do. Close enough. Pull back my old copper plate. Okay. See if yeah. Buddy. All right. So, I'm not feeling shit. Really interesting. It's taking so long. I'm gonna take an extra glue on. Jerk. Yep. To be expected. Took my time. Come on, capillary. Give me some action. All right. Right. Really lovely to have that with the bright reflection light on the copper. Alright. So, as you can see, the top of the box, which is the bottom of the structure right now, is oversized. That's okay. Drop a glue on there. Should air dry. Talking about right there, kids. As he walks off screen. Once it's cured, the reason I work on the copper is because it'll stick to other things. The glue will melt the cutting board. It'll melt all sorts of shit. So yeah, there's the box. You can see the top's a little long, but that's okay. I can trim it back to fit properly. Oh yeah, this will be on MosquitoCon, sure. Yes, that is a little sheet of copper I'm building on. Don't sneeze. Thanks, Dope. Alright. So that's pretty good, right? The whole thing. I mean, I know the camera doesn't zoom in like Mr. Tim's Wild Ride. That's going to be pretty good, right? That thing fits on there pretty decently. Pick it up. For size, right? Yeah, that'll work. So that's going to be good. It gives me enough room for these guys to work out, which is cool. We have beer ready. Good question. When are we going to hang again? And another thing is, it has been almost a month since I have had drinks, like for real. I had a couple of beers on my birthday, don't really count, but I have pretty much not had drinks for like a month, which is pretty crazy for me, because it says right there, drink hard. Normally I do, but I was doing a little too much, so it's good to take a break every once in a while. And I have, pretty soon we got saltwater days here in Lawrence Harbor, and they usually have a beer tent. Maybe I'll go drink some cheap beer at the beer tent. So now I've got these guys. Wonder what. A little bit of flexible foam sponge here. Foamy. There we go. Yeah, they're just white plastic, so nothing to worry about there. I want to make sure things are like up and up. Send me texts. My buddy Chris wanted me to play Elden Ring with him tonight, but I was like, sorry, bud, I'm doing my live stream. He's in Kaled right now. He's telling me that everything wants to kill him. I agree. It does want to kill him. Yeah, Doko, I don't know why we haven't exchanged cells to hang out and stuff like that. Every time we mention hanging out with you, Tex always jumps on it. It's like, I got it. Okay. Do you think, Tex? So I think I'm going to have to cut it down. Cut down the depth of that. Because I feel like even after, these are actually quite large comparatively. Oh, not too bad. The replacement flanges. I mean, actually, what's that? Back to the book. Oh, there you go. Back to the book. Here we go. Definitely took some liberties with their 3D renderings on these things. hard to see. Fuck it, we'll just wing it. Good night, Lorenz. Uh-oh. Well. We'll have to make it an event. I keep trying to figure out how I'm going to get Julio to come down to Philadelphia with me. For MFCA meetings. We shall see. Maybe I won't have to take this down. It does come out quite a bit. Well, let's make funky things first. I gotta make flanges. How am I gonna make flanges, guys? Sounds complicated. Probably is. Never stopped me before. Oops. I caught it with my heels. I got skills like a monkey. Monkey skills. The flanges that they have in the actual photo, it doesn't even make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. MFCA is the Miniature Figure Collectors of America. It's a modeling club that's down by Philadelphia. They're pretty cool. I went to their show earlier this year. It was fantastic. I actually stayed over in a hotel at a show. It was weird. Good times. Okay, so got a little thing, got a little this. This thing is still about 1/8 of an inch. I'm gonna need to. I have a punch, so those of you that are familiar with me, I keep using that over and over again. Put these back in their homes. So I've got a bunch of punches that I make out of, whatever, just tube. Brass works really good. You were very not close, but that's cool. Get an F for effort. We still love you. I think that'll work. I'll use this as my punch. This is pretty close. And that'll give me my location for flange. I'm going to make a different kind of flange than what the fucking actual thing has, because shit don't make no sense. Here we go. Yes, this is the size I want to use. Okay, cool. So I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. All right, let's make some noise. Girls, why you boys fucking wild, wild, wild? That's right. I went there. That's nice. I have to go take a look. Give me a second. There we go. Oh. One second. Sorry for the lack of anything interesting going on right now, everyone. Please bear with me. And I'll send a surly picture of myself. So that you'll know it's me. I don't have any good surly pictures of myself. How about that? Here you go. There's a picture of me by AAA. This is where they host the shit. There we go. Weird. No, that's not my style. I ain't not that dude. Oh, you're going to AAA this Sunday? The monthly meeting was last Sunday, and I missed it because I was at a fucking work event all day Saturday. All right, we're gonna try this one out, friends. See how much I fucked this up. We're gonna use a part that don't matter. We're gonna use this part over here. All right, so I'm gonna try and punch a hole in a hole. This is gonna be fun. Oh, nope, didn't work. Too much. Okay, so alternative methods to this would be, because I'm always going to have too much compression, material's too thick, it'll always split. Right. Okay. Well, that's pretty logical. That's why you test things out. You never know until you break something. So, and the hole was right though. Hey, at least I got that right. You know, the little things. So yeah, I split the collar. I suppose I could hide the split if I could get the other part to punch. But my problem is I don't think that shit's gonna fucking let go. You know what I mean? Oh, right on. I know all about those. What's up, Jay Santos? You're good. Yeah, we used to do the mini races at Ryu Young Hobby Shop in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. I used to go and help Kevin manage the shop while he hosted the events. Those were fun. It's not really my thing. I got into those like in the 90s. They had those things. They weren't made by Tamiya. I mean, I'm sure they originally were made by Tamiya, but I had the Americanized version of them shits, which are pretty cool. It's all actually pretty cool. The way you can tweak out the different elements of the cars. I'm a fan. Fun. Yeah. Hey. This is a lot of so sort of. They are tied to MFCA. So their show this year was in shoot, was it April this year? I think so. It was April, something like that. April, May. Yeah, maybe it was May. But yeah, that was pretty righteous. Had a great time. They like rent out the event space at like what was it, like a Sheridan or something. That's the name of that hotel. And yeah, a bunch of people stayed there. There's a hospitality suite. Let's see how we did. Oh, super duper off center, but I like where I'm going with it. Get out of that way. There we go. So see, super duper off center. That's okay. Gotta start somewhere. Luckily, it's just a matter of making 2 punches. So. Oh yeah, does this work? Oh no, it does not. Okay. Drill that out. Wow. Get out of there. That'll help. When I was doing my tape punchings, I have to sharpen the punches every, I don't know how many punches, like every 200 or 300 punches. I'd have to resharpen them. It's for like 7,800 punches. And I used them so much they did cool shit like this. Just like smashed in on the ends. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright. This again. Fuck up another thing. Maybe this time won't break edge. It didn't break the edge this time. Haha, I did fucking roll the tooth though. Boy, alright. Oh, okay, see? Didn't break the edge. Now I have to sight this and eyeball this bitch. Better. It's better. Not perfect, but it's better. Still a little funky. Pick a few more. Now that I have it all figured out. It's just a matter of time. All right. Put a little check in the edge. I'm proud of myself for that. All right. Resharpen it. You good? Right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Again. I so rarely get to use my little Craftsman. All right. Hey! I got one. That's pretty darn good. Not too bad, only took 3. Cool. Alright, let's see if I can do it again. And I'll be done. Ooh, unless I make them for the bottom. I probably won't make them for the bottom. I'll just have to plug in. Be a blade. Anybody else out there in the wonderful wild world of sports making anything fun this evening? Jeff, I know you've been lasering and printing and stuff, but I don't know the finite details. Got to get you back on the show, Mr. Jeff. Get an update from the great smoky white north. So the way I'm sharpening this, once again, just a regular ass tube, is I take it and I support it with all my fingers like this, and I'm rolling it at the same time. So I roll it this way while I file this direction with the file, and I cut from the tip. From the tip outward, downwards, away from it at the same angle, and then that's just practice getting the same angle consistently. Got some cool burnishers when I was at AAA. Last time I was there, I haven't yet to use them. I haven't really been doing any crazy masking. Yeah, but I got these burnisher set from AK. Various different sized burnishing heads for rubbing down your masks. Make sure everything's nice and flat. Getting bleed, especially for canopies. Super duper important. Not that I'm really working on any canopies right now. I do want to do a white racing stripe and number detail on the hoverbug. I feel like it's lacking in like pop, a little bit of a little stank on it. So Jeffy says that the printer's been running nonstop for 3 weeks now. Oof, I'm stoked. Well, let me know when you're ready. We'll have you on do a little chit chat. And Julius, I am making flanges for these components for the inside, these pipes, the inside of the DeLorean. That molded like doo-doo. Yeah! See, it only took 4 to get 2 proper ones. That will do. Ta-da! Loud ass noises that was still in PK. Nah, man. My downstairs neighbor was a maniac. Don't worry about him. Yeah, I have been hitting the table with a hammer. So. I'm using my my brass punches to make some flange components for these vent pipes to go with the fire extinguisher and the. So it only took 4 attempts to get 2 proper ones, so fucking A. I'm with it. I'll drink to that. Pulls out a fresh ginger beer. Fresh ginger. Man, that's got some spice to it. Oh, that's good. Chris Collins working on his project kit. That's your cerulean project. That's a goof, if I'm not mistaken. There you go. Reed's strongest. Ginger beer. Well, Doku, whenever you guys are going to go down there, I mean, I know you're going, whatever, maybe this Sunday or whatever. Let me know. I don't think I have anything going on. Maybe I'll join you. But it is loud. Sounds like Brian's desk is made out of metal too. Yes. Yeah. I got a lot of I like old tools. I like tools. So that's kind of been a theme of the episode. Tools. Using different tools. Should have pulled out the calipers several different times as well. Oh wait, you're gonna love this one. Sorry. Here. When you don't want to use a peen, get the old school wooden mallet. It's not that loud. So you'll notice that or you guys wouldn't know, but I did wait until the call was in the shower before I decided to make loud noises. Cool. So, ta-da! Look at that. Like a frickin' charm. Oh, hooray. Cool. How's the little box? The little box on the prairies? Not doing too bad. Not quite ready for... Oh yeah, it's still mobile, which is good because that's all lit. Just mobile enough. Cool. Yeah, so our little box, get a little flange in the back there. In a second. Probably will file it off. Oh, maybe I should nip it and file it. Nice. It's a pretty straight cut for using some really, really old, gigantic side cutters. Sounds great. Sounds great. Hit me up. Yeah, I was dead. I was in the city from 10 o'clock until I left at like just after 8 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock in the morning. It was a long day. It was a good event, and that is happy. And I was fucking beat. Friday was a good day. Friday I took the day off because I had the old Saturday or Thursday birthday thing. So I took the Friday off, and then that's the day that I got a lot of the work on the time switch, power control box, all that bullshit. All right, moment of truth. Will it blend? Pretty close. It's not perfect. There's a little bit of a reveal in there. A little bit of a wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. But that's okay. That's super simple. I'll just sand that back. Oh yeah, that's way better. That's all it took was a little tickle. That's probably good enough. Good enough for old Doc Brown. It doesn't want to focus, but it looks pretty decent. There's a teeny little bit of an abnormality, but I think it's alright. It's gonna be okay. I tell you what. Alright, so now that I've got all these different things, I need to amend this component. I shouldn't have glued this on because this was separate. This is the Christmas tree part, which it actually kind of looks like shit. It really feels stupid. I could always debond it and pop it off. It doesn't look like it's glued on incredibly well. It's not a good measure of my modeling skill. Yeah, I gotta take these off. So I can do that a couple of different ways. I can just cut them off with nippers, which is what I'll probably do. These guys with the flanges. The flange. So, see? File. I think I do. Oh yeah, it's only 3 mils. That's not going to be right. I need a whole other half a mil. What is wrong with me? Where do we start? Where do we start? All right. So these mothers go on here, bing and bong, respectively. I don't want to glue those in yet because I don't know if I want to take that back. You know, if the throw is going to be too long from the elbow. Like if that elbow is going to end up being too proud of the, it's going to stick out too far. It's called once forward or proud. Interesting. Okay. That's okay. Let's see. Let me cut these up. We could use my old cutting jigs. It's the old made this thing a while ago. Look at the reinforcement on that. Wanted to make sure it was straight. I mean, it is all just made out of styrene, but it is designed to my legs a little bit to hook over your cutting mat on your table to give you something to push against, and it works pretty darn good. So I will slip this down in here, and it has little measurement marks on it, but I don't know how high. That looks like it's about an inch. Use my eyeball tape measure. That's like, I need like 5/16. So I'm probably gonna go shoot a little bit higher. Go up to like 3/8. Got my made in Switzerland robot. Oh, it's a group there. What did it say? There it is. Robot. Upside down. It really loves that copper plate, doesn't it? They don't even make these anymore. You can't get them. Or you can't get them. It's really bizarre. 1, 2, 3. Enough. Man, just don't want to like fuck myself. You know, I don't want to like give myself not enough. So I went to the end. It's like 7/16. Super duper overkill. Doesn't matter. Alright. Ta-da! Pizza cake. Now pizza's for dessert. And I have two parts that are about the right same size. Make your own jigs, guys. It's super easy. You just gotta think about it. It takes a little bit of time, but I made that jig. It probably took me, a couple of hours to make while I watched anime or whatever. And let it cure and before you can use it, because you don't want to try and fuck things up. But I've had it for years, and I will keep using it. So worth it, worth the time. Ginger beer. Good God, that's good. Give me that spice. All right. Well, I got my 2 little flangos. I got my 2 little belbows. Belbow bagels. I might add an extra little detail. Because I can make these 2, I can fuse them. Dragon Ball Z style fusion. And then I can take some of this tube, so that's a tube, and put a little bit of this solid styrene bar inside the tube, because they're designed to sleep into each other. Evergreen. Like this, see? And if you take just like a little section of this poking out of a thinner section of this, make like another little double reveal, you can make a little stud, like a little flange that would like melt onto the side. Oh, I would have to cut. Oh, maybe I would cut that. Yeah, here, let's make one of those real quick before the stream ends, because the stream's going to end here in approximately about 10 minutes, guys. Just let you know, cut down about 10 minutes. So to cut this stuff, I always use a sharp blade. Pretty sharp. X-Acto. I buy them in bulk. The blue ones are pretty good. They're just number 11s. So I'm looking for approximately the same size. All right, so I got this little like bead, right, essentially, and I'm gonna take this rod. The first thing I'm gonna do is clean the end up because it looks like shit. Because I was cutting it before. Nippers, single-sided nippers. All right. If you stick this on there, all right. See, it makes a little. Oh, come on, sucker. Work with me. Hold it this way. It makes a little detail. There you go. The bokeh on this thing's kicking my ass right now. Thank God it's the end of the stream. Okay. So you just add a little bit of glue to that. A little bit of drip, drip, drip in there. To the end. Give that, a few seconds to kick off. Then, because this doesn't really matter, I'm just going to, I can always make a new one if I fuck this up. I'm just going to jump the gun. Ahead of that. All right, I did draw it out a little bit, but that's okay. Let's go back and fix that. All right, cool. So now I got this little nubbin. You see, it's freaking so tiny. And take my little nubbin. And my first thought was like, oh, I'll just, stick it on the side. Shit in the way. Here. Oh, jerk. There. First thought was just to stick it, just hang it off the side like that, but that doesn't look quite right. So what I'll do, I'll take this thing, and I will fucking shave the edge off. So that it sits tighter to the edge of this. Drop. Oh, something. Go. It's so small and so light that the capillary action of the glue and the brush had makes the want to just like come along for the ride. Alright. So there, that's a better example of it. So there, now I have it where it sits like more directly on the sidewall. It is so small, it was going to be hard for it to even, it's just getting blown out because of how bright it is. Oh yeah, good night, Doku. But that's cool. So I'm going to do this. I will marry these two components together. I'll add an additional, maybe I'll make them like diagonal, right? Like sha 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 sha. Put these little guys in there too. But yeah, you guys get the point. I think that's I'm gonna call it a stream. Thank you to everybody that joined in this evening and carried on with the conversation. I appreciate you all for showing up tonight. I think that this is like probably one of the first live streams that I've done solo in a long time, since like way back at the beginning. That's gonna make me shiny if I don't have that on. But yeah, so yeah, thank you guys for joining in. It's been a pleasure as always to build and talk with you guys and hang out. We're gonna keep doing this, so keep showing up, and I'm gonna keep making stuff. If you guys have questions, if you want to anything like that, just hit us up. Once again, the podcast coming around. I think this end of this week, there's one that gets dropped. So come on through, check it out, and thank you guys again. See you next time. Oh yeah, this show is brought to you with support from USA Gundam Store. They have cool shit. You guys know them. And check out Galactic too. Get a chance. And I wasn't alone. True, Colleen was in the background. So, yeah, thanks again, guys, and we'll see y'all next week. Have a great week. Build something cool that makes you excited, and that also maybe inspires other people to make cool shit too. So, all right, bye.